Hey everyone, welcome back to Aliens on Toast Gaming, and welcome back to Prehistoric Kingdom. Now, the last two times I've played this game has kind of been about exploring what this game has to offer, and today I figured I'd actually gonna sit down and make something that I'm proud of. So last episode I was fucking around with vehicles. I'm not gonna say that that was the best park building skills I have to show. So today I'm actually going to go in and make what I consider to be a nice looking, nice feeling park. And of course it's not going to have much to it because there's only the few dinosaurs in the game at the moment. But I figure let's do the best that we can and make something that we're going to be proud of. So without further ado, let's get in there and jump into it. Let's name the park Western... Fuck it, I'm happy with Western Hills Park actually. Does it actually just randomize? It does! Ooh, Eastern Plains Reserve. I actually like that one. That one actually sounds pretty good. I'm gonna do that one. So last time I was playing around with vehicles because I finally figured out that there are vehicles in this game. So I think what I need to do this time is design a park that's going to use those properly. And I've got a few ideas for how we can actually go about that. I think first off what we need to do though is figure out how people theoretically would funnel into this park. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's choose a nice spot because we don't want to be too close to the water, because I always build too close to the water. I always seem to build in like this kind of area here. I always build here in like this marsh zone. So I'm not gonna build there today. Instead, let's build over here. Yeah, let's build in this area here. But before we even start building, what I'm going to do, because I've learned since playing this game, we're going to lower the terrain a little bit until we get down to the water table. And we need to figure out where the water table is first. Okay, so that's where it is. Okay, which means we're going to get this a little bit lower. Ah, perfect. Okay, we're going to level out all the terrain in this area to that. We'll turn that up, and there we go. Okay, so let's level this terrain so that we can, oh, look at all these floating plants. We're gonna level out all this terrain so that we can actually have some natural looking lakes and stuff in here, rather than me having to rely on, like the, what are they called? The like, water troughs for dinosaurs. Because I've got some plans on what we can do with this park to make it look a little bit different. Because the last two places I've had, well, the last place I'm not even going to count as a park. It was more just like a rally area, just testing out those vehicles. I'm not even going to give it the dignity of calling it a park because it wasn't. It was terrible. So this is going to be nice. Let's make something we can be happy with here. So far we've got our area. But I wonder if we should smooth off this edge now or do it later. Maybe let's do it later. So because if I keep it up this way at the moment with a clear defining border, I know what is actually like what is leveled out, what I've got down as my ground level. Oh, I didn't even notice that. The plants have all jumped to the ground. That's awesome. That was something I wasn't expecting. I'm still discovering stuff that's in this demo that exceeds my expectations for it. It is a really, really good demo. Okay, first things first, let's put down some paths. And can we go wood or stone? I think for the main paths, let's go stone. And we're going to build right in the center here. Let's just do good old-fashioned double path. And I think we're gonna do a little bit of a kind of a feature zone in the middle here, where we're gonna put in some nice greenery. We're gonna put in some rock formations, and we can play around with the water. So we can put water in here as well. I can put that there, and we can build that out. Awesome. Now I'm not sure if that's gonna be big enough. Oh, that's actually pretty big. Like because like we're walking around at this level, and that's a pretty decent sized garden. At least a pretty decent sized. Oh, actually, now that I say that, You know, actually, we're gonna make it bigger. We're gonna make it bigger. Let's just demolish all of this. Start from scratch. Because if we're going to center the park around this awesome, like, garden that we're building... Oh, I left a piece. God damn it. Then, you know, you want it to be impressive. Not necessarily huge, but you've got to have some space for it to be good looking, I guess. So let's do this, this. And let's make it a little bit bigger this time. Because that way we've got a lot more room to play around. Because we want this to be the feature of our park, not just some random garden that you're going to walk by. This is the most important garden that you will ever see at a dinosaur-themed park, and that's looking pretty good. And everything's going to be kind of built around this area. So, have we got a center one? We do. Oh, beautiful! I have accidentally planned this out perfectly. Okay, cool. So we're gonna have, let's put down, first off, we probably need the key things that keep our park running. So we'll put up some wind turbines. Let's put this bad boy up here. See if there's a spot. Ooh, I saw you go blue. I saw you. There we go. Put you there. I like putting these guys on hills. There is something just really nice about having just a mountain full of gorgeous looking wind turbines. I mean, like, natural resource energy is just beautiful in its own right, but like, just look at that. If I was on the ground level looking up at these, they just look fantastic. There's just something so majestic about staring off into the distance and seeing these gorgeous looking wind turbines off in the far reaches of our park. I think that's just really nice. I wish more Australian cities would do that. They have yet to pick up the ball on that one. So we'll get there one day though, Australia. Trust me. We'll put in some water, and I'm gonna put in a few. Just, can I put one there? Yeah, fine, I'll put one there. Whatever. It doesn't match up, but that's fine. But if we put these guys here, then we'll be able to fill up all the water troughs that we need in our big open plain zoo, which is what I'm gonna be referring to it as. Okay, so let's do a bit more terraforming in the middle here. So we need a small one. Actually, let's go rough. Intensity, small, and lower. So I'm gonna put in a few little ponds in this garden in the middle. And we can't do too much because the actual paths stop you from terraforming. We can't terraform on those paths. We can get close to them, but not quite there. And you see how little we had to dig down to get to this. So that's awesome. I love that. Let's do a big one right in the middle here. Yeah, I'm liking that. That's actually looking pretty damn good. Like, even just from like walking through here, I would be happy with that. We might make it a little bit bigger over here. And now let's just smooth that down a little bit. So if we just try and get rid of some of these ragged edges. If they're ragged on this side, that's fine, because we're going to fix that up in a little while. Like, have no fear, we will address that. And now, let's put in some rocks. So I'm going to put in one of these bad boys first. Let's scale that one up. Because these are going to be the feature. We're going to build everything around these massive rock formations. And we want it to kind of just sit between these two lakes. How's that looking? That's actually not looking too bad. I am liking that. Okay, cool. And now we've got to kind of fill out this zone. We're going to turn off saving next one. If you want to stop from like saving your edits, just click that little button down the bottom there. I forgot that it was an actual thing you could do. And since I'm wanting to kind of randomly scale these up anyway, I think it's a good idea to have everything kind of reset to the base value, so you know where everything's coming from. For example, now it's going to go back to the small one. Sweet. Awesome. I can put a small one down there. That's fine. Ooh. Actually, yeah, fuck. I've got an idea. Let's put that one there. Move it over ever so slightly. Global space. not local space. And we're going to move you up because we're going to scale this bad boy and put him right at the tip of this rock. So these two rocks are colliding. I'm going to rotate that. Whoa. This is... Oh, look at that! Look at that! I'm getting very excited about rocks. Rocks are... Whew, they're my life. Okay, let's put in a few more bits and bobs. We probably don't need too much more in terms of rocks, but... because we're going to fill this out with more greenery in a little minute. So, for now, we'll just kind of keep to the base stuff. I might put one more rock kind of at the end here, and then we're gonna scale this one up and have it so it's just cresting the surface of the ground. So it's going to look, instead of looking like a rock on top of the surface, it's going to look like it's on rocky terrain instead. So let's put that on there. Okay. Yeah, there we go. That's the one. I'll put that one in the middle. Perfect. Okay, cool. So we've got our rock formation, and that's looking pretty decent. If I was walking through this park, and if this is all I saw, I'd be like, yeah, this is exactly what I'm expecting from walking through a prehistoric kingdom. That is a nice formation. So let's actually get down to making this this little park look more interesting. So rocks are fine, but we're going to need some damn good looking trees to really set the tone. So let's put multiple foliage, and we'll get everything off except for these two. We're going to put it down to 1, intensity 100, and rotation random. Random size, yes. I'm going to put that all the way up. Okay, and we're just going to go nuts through here and really just fill up this entire space with just these two. So if we just start clicking, you can really see that even just with those few plants, it's looking good. I'm liking this. Okay, so we've got to fill in all the important gaps. So the base of these rocks, around the edge here, we've got to fix up this jagged edge. So the more plants we got there, the better. And then we can kind of go into the edge of the path as well. We're going to really get in there. And this is a tool I'm going to be using a lot today, so it's something that I've played around with quite a bit, but not so much in videos. I haven't really explored it while recording yet, so it's something I kind of wanted to showcase because it is a lot of fun. The amount of control you have in this game, in the demo stage of this game, it's intense. It's beautiful. The amount of possibilities that this game presents is fantastic. And I know it's really early days. I mean, this game has just come onto Steam. It hasn't got much else apart from just this demo collection. But even if it's just the demo, I'm liking this. I mean, there's still bugs, of course. I mean, I'm not sure if they've fixed the problem where velociraptors can't actually eat or drink. I know that was a problem last time I was playing, so hopefully that's kind of fixed itself up, but, you know, even if it doesn't, you could just build yourself more velociraptors, just make more of them. It's not the end of the world. But that is a decent looking park. Okay, so we've got the basics down, and this is the edge of our park, so we'll just turn on these two now, and kind of fill in some random areas just with a little bit more shrubbery, just to kind of fill up that. Because at the moment it's looking very same. Everything, it's all the same plant, all the same colors, and we will change that in a minute. We just need to make it look well and truly. What happened there? Why is that turned off? I killed it? Size? No? 1? What? What even happened there? I don't know. So yeah, we need to kind of fix this up a little bit so that it looks a little bit more diverse. So as long as we just spam some more plants in here, I'm pretty happy with the results that we're getting. I might put some just in here, just to really fill out that area. Make it really thick, just a thick forest in here. And we're just doing the shrubbery level at the moment. We will get down to trees. Trees will happen. And don't worry, this whole episode is not just going to be me building this park. I will do some actual park building in a minute. I just want to get our main feature rock set so that we don't have to worry about anything else for the moment. We get that done, we don't never come back to it. It's ready. It's good to go. So let's fill this in. And I mean, this is actually how I kind of got into video games and got into even the animation side of things. This is how my career got started. Good old Age of Empires. Playing Age of Empires back in the day and building maps in the little map engine that it had. And I'm speaking Age of Empires 1. I got my first video game in a packet of Kellogg's cereal. So, well, actually, it wasn't my first video. It was my first video game, I guess. But it wasn't the first video game I ever played. And we've got one that's kind of poking out the edge, so we're going to delete that one. And now let's get down to getting these trees in. And we'll put in some palms first, I'm thinking. So if we just put in a few, just to kind of set the tone, we can then fill it out with the other types of trees afterwards. I'll put quite a few in here. Build that up. Awesome. Because we want this to look essentially like it's a snapshot into the prehistoric world. Like, you're getting a glimpse of the jungle just in this little park in the middle here. Because I'm thinking if we can do that, we've pretty much got the style set for this entire park. And I'm liking that. Look at that zone. Okay, cool. Let's just break that up a little bit with some of these ones. And I'm not going to use any of these Italian cypress trees. I'm not going to use any of those because I've got a plan for those for later. But we are going to break it up with some of these just to kind of break up the monotony of palm trees. And I think I need to put one here just because those are looking very like they've been placed. So we want to break that up. We want to keep that random element of it. Yeah, actually, I'm going to... No, I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to keep that one. Okay, now let's put in... I think these are oak trees? Nope, they're pines. Okay, I was way off. We'll put one there. Which one's the awesome oak tree, then? Maybe this is the awesome oak. There is one that... Yeah, it is these ones. These ones look great. I like these trees. Okay. We're keeping that in the middle there. That is a decent looking intro to our park. So whether you come from this direction and you're walking along, or whether you're coming from over there or over there, it does not matter. But looking through here, walking along this path, it makes you feel like you're at home with the animals that you're about to witness. And we've got a beautiful sunset in the distance. Damn, games are just pretty nowadays. But this is looking pretty decent. I am liking this. What we might do, now that we've got the chance, is we might actually raise some of the... give it like a little bit of a hill. Not much, and very, very slight. How's that? Is that... Actually, no, fuck it, that's going to ruin everything. So let's not do that. What we can do, though, is let's put down some lights just around the edge of this thing. So that's not at all what I wanted to do. So let's delete you. Get out. Nope. Just that one. There we go. Demolish those. Okay. So let's rotate. There we go. Okay, because we want this to be lit up even at night. And since we're about to get to night, we may as well go ahead and really just see this whole place in all its glory. That's going to be really awkward for later, but that's fine. Because you cannot get it on these half pieces. And we'll rotate again. Okay, this is... Man, I love just doing random shit like this. There is no point to me making such a nice looking intro to this park, apart from the fact that I enjoy doing it. And I think that's what a lot of people miss in games nowadays, is like, just instead of doing it for like a competitive aspect, or doing it because like you prove yourself to be the better player or whatever, it's just having fun. It's just getting into games and having fun while playing them. And it's something that I haven't really looked at in games. I'm not like, because I don't play the Isle because I'm like, oh, I'm having fun. I play the Isle because it's exhilarating. I play the Isle because when I play that game, I'm like, oh, my heart's racing. Everything is kind of like just enhanced. It is a lot of fun playing that game, but not in the same way as it is playing this game. There is an element of kind of competition in the Isle that you don't get in a game like this, because there's no point having an element of competition in a building game such as this. And we're going to put a gate down here. I don't think we need a gate on there, apart from like if we had, what are they called? Like groundskeepers or zookeepers. I think, you know, considering this is a zoo, having that sort of element on here. And we'll put, ooh, that's a good question. What dinosaur should we have in here? I mean, this is going to be the first dinosaur. And I guess we've gone with the chicken wire fence, so why not have the prehistoric chickens in here? We can put in some galleys, I think. Yeah, well, let's just put in another... Ooh. No, we'll have it small for now. We're only going to have maybe 2 or 3 galleys in there. So let's set up their actual enclosure. So I'm going to give them a lake to drink from. So let's do that. Intensity down. Question is, where do we want this lake? Back corner? No, okay. So if the zookeeper was coming through there, we've got to think about this logistically. Logistics is key. Let's put the lake at the front here, so the visitors can really see these animals at work. And we'll put in a feature rock or 2 just to kind of really set the wild aspect of this place. Even though it's not at all wild, it is completely captivity, but you know what I mean. And we got to make it seem like the animals are at home, even though we got no idea really what their home was like. We can only make educated guesses. So, there we go. Perfect. Okay, now let's do some planting. Now, let's have a look. Let's actually, before we get into that, let's make ourselves the, look at the transportation. No, we don't want that yet. We want the dinosaur habitation. That's what we want. And where should we put this? Ooh, that is a question. Okay, before we put that, let's make a spot for it to go. Let's put it up the back here. Because I got a plan for this. I'm not just putting it randomly, but I got to choose a side for it to go on. So we're going to put that there. And we'll put the transportation next to it, facing the same direction. Because we're going to put in a road here. We're going to use the cobblestone roads to actually make like roads for our... Whoa, what did I do? For our vehicles to travel along, rather than running over pedestrians through the main path here. I think they should probably have their own mode of transport. So we're going to do that eventually. But let's have a look at the Galley Minus. So does it have any information about these guys somewhere? Feathers, scaling, no. Search. Oh, I didn't know there was a search. That's cool. So no, there's no real information about what these guys are like. But that's fine. Let's make a couple of baby galleys. Let's do 1 male, 2 females. And we're gonna keep them babies because I want to see these guys like age up over time. And we're gonna keep an eye. Oh, fuck! I made 3 males, didn't I? God damn it. Well, I'm gonna place you there, and then I'm just gonna hello there, you little chicken. How you doing, bud? You enjoying life? Because I'm about to sell you. Can I sell you? There we go. Just let's put him in the wild. Feed him to the velociraptors. Remove that one. Nope, that's just going to place it. Not exactly what I had in mind. Get back here, you pigeon. Yes, okay, remove you. Okay, let's make some females now. So we've got the sandhill. So we need a female silver spalding and a female bristleneck. Okay, cool, we're good. And we've got to name these guys. So I'm going to go Warp, or Gwap apparently, Gaga, and Queen Nephra. Why not? Because that's, you know, that's standard dinosaur names. So let's place these three in here. These guys we're gonna keep track of. We're gonna come back periodically to these guys. They're gonna be the only dinosaurs in this park for a little while, calling out in the random ways they do. Oh, and my gate is gone. Oh, how lovely. Okay, let's fix that up. Ooh, actually make sure that they are stuck in there. Excellent. They're not gonna come running out anytime soon. So let's put some more greenery in here. So with these guys, I'm gonna put in kind of, not the tropical plants, but the kind of European-y plants, or like inland, highland plants. And we're gonna put those in a random interval in the back here, and then turning off these two, we're gonna really up the intensity and just place all around. So it's gonna be an intense little forest for these guys to feed in and grow in, and it should be a good time. Like, I would love to live here if I was a dinosaur. It sounds like a great place. So let's have a look from ground level. How does this place look? Not too bad. Probably should have a parent, but you know, I'm not one to judge. So let's start filling up this area here. Now that's not what I wanted to do at all. Get out of that tree. Okay, so we're going to just fill up this area here to kind of lie about how natural it is. So we want this fence here to kind of blend in. We don't really want to be able to see the fence. Like, of course we'll see it, but we don't want it to look like there's a massive fence there. You want it to look like everything kind of, it's a blend from natural to artificial. So let's put these trees in to kind of do that, because it does kind of help. That's pretty cool. Okay. And, oh, he's drinking. That's awesome. Yes, okay, so they're using the water. It means they're going to use the food too. Excellent. Now we just need to put in a shelter. And I think these guys would be pretty comfortable with the rock one. And I've just realized I probably haven't given myself enough room for it. So we're going to have to shove it here in the middle and hope that it doesn't eat up too much of their space. Though I don't think they measure, like, if they've got enough area to run around in. I don't think that's a thing that this game does. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, but I'm pretty happy with that. So let's get down to the next order of business. Let's make ourselves this road. So here is this guy. We're just going to put in cobblestone path there. Cobblestone path leading... cannot go there. Okay, well that's awkward. Okay, so I'm thinking we build a large enclosure on the left here. The left side of the park. So this is going to be our galley park. We're going to have a little kind of open plains safari park on the right. And then I think in the middle here, to kind of break off the two of them, we're going to have a velociraptor pen. So we're going to have a few different things going at once, which is kind of cool. So let's put down the first of our fences. Let's make it a rather large enclosure. Not too big, big enough. I'll put this here. Put this one there. Perfect. Okay. So this is our basically this is going to be where our triceratops go. And I'm going to put the gate actually down here. And we're going to have to drive these cars down to it. So if I get this now. Going to pull that up here. And I'm going to double this up just so that it smooths out that end there. It's not just a square end, kind of like how we've got here. I don't like those square ends. But now we've got ourselves a path, so we should put in some lights so that we know where we're going. And I'm actually going to put these on the outside, so not on the path, but that they kind of line it. Now, do we want these ones or do we want the little... Let's do the little ones instead. So I'm just going to put a few of those in there. And I forgot we screwed ourselves over. That's okay. We don't need them the whole way along. We're just going to line it a little bit just to say, hey, this is, you know, we're getting to the end. Don't give up. Life is good. I don't know what they're really saying, but that's fine. Okay, and now we probably need to put in the Velociraptor pen. And we probably shouldn't give them a wooden fence because any Velociraptor should be able to climb over that. I mean, these guys are small, lithe creatures, so I would be very suspicious if they weren't able to climb a wooden fence. So I'm going to give these guys good old-fashioned stone. Stone's a bit more difficult with glass pattern. Actually, before we do glass, let's do that one, that paneling. And we'll put this here. Yes, to there. To there and to there. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And then just to kind of give it a bit of interest, we're going to do this. Because we're going to make this a very interesting enclosure, because it's not just going to be an enclosure. It's going to be a walk in and see the dinosaurs as they are. And actually, I think we can probably make that a bit bigger. So let's delete that one. And we're going to make this lookout area. Let's put it there. That's more entertaining, I think. If I was like going to a zoo, I would like to look at the animals as close as that is. Like have 360-degree views of this entire place. And we're going to put a gate in over here. And we shouldn't ever really have to come to this gate because there's really no reason for us to. But I think having the access there would be good. Gives the zookeeper some way of getting in there. Let's put in a lake for these little guys. Now let's put in a few. Let's put in a little one here. Holy crap! I forgot that was on high intensity. Okay, let's smooth that out because Jesus. Okay, so we've got a big lake here. That's fine. You just get one lake now. And we're also going to put in a slight hill over here. Just to kind of break things up. We might even put one here. So they've got kind of an interesting lookout zone there. Okay, before we go any further, let's put in the shelters that these guys will need. And we're going to put one in here. So you can see it from this viewing platform. And we're going to put one in over here. So it's kind of more hidden. We're going to surround this one with foliage. So that's going to be like their secluded one. And this one is going to be, if you were looking through this thing here, you'd be able to see the little sleeping velociraptors over there. So let's actually start building this bad boy. Let's put in some rocks. And I think we just probably need 1 or 2 rocks around here. We're not going to do anything too fancy. Just enough to make it look like, yeah, this is like a local stream or river. Like there is some, basically some geological formations here. Like the water's carried down these rocks from higher up in the stream. They're not just chilling about. It's actually got something going on other than just water. And let's do one more big one here. But I don't want to do any like big formations like this one because I know from experience that the velociraptors just get stuck in that and it's frustrating, but it's fine, whatever, don't care. Okay, cool. So opposite to the galleys, we're going to put in lots of tropical things. And we're just going to go crazy for now and we can clean up afterwards, but I just want to have tons and tons and tons of bright green foliage lining this place. And like I said, we got to clean this up so that it's not clipping through. But for now, I am liking this. Let's just lighten that up. This is a decent looking enclosure so far. Yeah, it hasn't got much to it, but I'm liking the energy that it's got. We can bury those in there. Because you want the animals to look like they're in their natural habitat. You want it to look like you're not, essentially you haven't got them trapped in a cage. You want it to look like they could choose to live here if they wanted to. They didn't, and no animal in their right mind would choose to live in captivity, but, you know, if they had no other option, maybe. Okay, so let's keep that area clear because that's where we're gonna have some other stuff, and we'll actually keep this area clear because that's how our good old-fashioned zookeepers are gonna get in. But we'll kind of hide it behind some more foliage. So we'll just kind of fill that area in, and then sporadically place some stuff here. So nothing too crazy, just enough to kind of fill in this enclosure, and that's looking pretty good. Okay, turn on palm trees, and we'll turn on the beach. Was it beach cypress? Coastal pine. That's right, because we want a mix here. So essentially, what we've got in the middle here, that's what we want to reproduce in this area. So this is going to be completely covered by greenery. We don't want people really seeing in there because that's where the dinosaurs will go for their alone time, their, you know, self-care time. When everything is too much, that's where they go to get away from it all. And that's looking pretty good. Okay, we probably need to put in feeding things for them now. They've got water, so we don't really need to worry about that. But let's put the feeding trough right in the middle. Here. Or here. I don't know, which way do they access this? Or is it 360 degrees? We'll put it in the middle so that everyone can see it. Oh, it does delete plants. Awesome. Okay, so raptors can get to that pretty easily. But before we get to the raptors, like, that's the raptor enclosure. I am happy with that. That is a damn decent looking enclosure. Actually, just as a bit of scenery stuff, we're gonna put a rock in the middle here, and another one, just to kind of make it look really down to earth and cool. Just basically to make it look like you're not just paying for some zoo experience. You're doing the real deal, man. Awesome. That looks pretty damn cool. I'm liking that. That is a nice looking enclosure. Okay, before we go do the velociraptors though, let's have a look at our galleys. How are our galleys traveling? I can hear you. Where are you? Come out, come out, come out, wherever you are. Chickens? Where is you? Oh. Where are they? In this little thing? Where have they gone? They are expert hiders. I can hear you. What? What are they? Are they under the ground? No. Where the heck are these things? They're somewhere around. It's like right here somewhere. Somewhere. Bud? Buddy? Okay. Well, I can hear it, but can't see it. So, it's traveling well. Like I said, it's pretty buggy still. Let's zoom out, see if we can see it from out here. Nope. I can see nothing. Where the hell is he gone? Where are our babies? Hold on, are you under any rocks? Nope. I love that you can just click on rocks and just lift them up with no consequence. Where are you? Has this... Are you stuck in that? Is that where you are? Of course, I can't see under the ground, so I'm not actually going to be able to see these guys. But they're... Call out again. Do it. Of course, now it's silent. Aha. You in this bush? No. Okay, so I've essentially lost some dinosaurs somehow. I wonder if I just terraform down, whether I will find them. I have a sneaking suspicion that they're under the map. One more time. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's under this. Are you there? Are you there? Oh. I see a shadow. You in the tree? Where are you? This is so weird. Okay, I'm gonna delete this just quickly. Where are our dinosaurs? Oh, there's one. Found one, and it's swimming. Okay, so maybe they get stuck in this water here. Let's see what happens. Maybe I need to smooth that out a little bit more. Oh, there's the other one. I found you. I see you. Come back here. There we go. Okay, so we've got number 2. Stay. I don't know what's happened with those, but like they're still babies. They haven't changed much. Maybe we should just leave them under the ground. Oh, don't fall back in there. Don't fall back in there. Level. Ugh. You idiot. And he's gone. He's swum off to oblivion. Okay. I wonder if they can actually, like, exit the enclosure by just swimming out under everything. Oh, whoops, nope. I wanted to do that. Can I grab you? I saw you for a second there. This is so weird. This has not happened before. You know what? Maybe they can be subterranean galleys. That's fine. You guys just do your thing. I'm proud of you. Whatever. That's all good. Okay, let's make some velociraptors. Let's make adult velociraptors though, because I don't want to get the problem that I was having with the last ones. So let's make a male sand peregrine, a male red baron, and a female. Ooh, we got a melanistic one. Let's make a female red baron then. So we got one of each. Yeah. Okay. Let's give these guys name. We've made all males again, haven't we? God damn it. Remove you guys. So we need a female red baron and a female ashen. Okay. Let's call it there we go. Select all, place selected. You guys can go into your brand new raptor enclosure. There we go, little dudes. Look at this little dude. He's just traveling in the underbrush. What a cutie. I actually really like the Prehistoric Kingdom velociraptors. They're really nice. Okay, so let's get to work on this one. This one's going to be super simple because it's an open plains, not much to it. So large, low intensity, super low intensity. There we go. We got a nice big area to play in there for water. We'll do a large shelter because we're going to have trikes in here. So that can go there. And we will need to put a feeding trough in and a water trough in just because they don't always use these, which is frustrating. But what are you going to do? So let's put in some rocks. Nice. Okay. And I think that's almost going to be all we need for this one, because this one's going to be able to be driven around in, and you don't want too much of everything going on in here because we're not going to be able to navigate through it. So let's just turn that one off, that one off, that one on, that one on. Actually, let's put these ones on as well. Let's give them some greenery here. Just a big forest just before the water. And the only way you can see these guys now is through driving through. So the like safari element of this place. We're gonna turn off these ones and let's just fucking butcher this place with plants. Awesome. Okay. Now we need to make some Triceratops. So let's make female. Let's make females of all the skins and one male. And we're gonna make just one beefy crimson frill male, I think. And that way we've got kind of like a herd structure with the alpha male dominant at the top. So we'll call her Bessie. And we're gonna give them cow names. They like Triceratops always reminds me of cows, like just the way they kind of lumber around. What's another cow? Daisy. There we go. Dairy and Butch. Awesome. Okay, so we have ourselves our Triceratops herd. Awesome. Okay, but we need to test this out. So let's actually go to the vehicle compound here. And let's make ourselves a safari car. And we want it to be green to kind of blend in with everything. And we might make two of these. One with doors, one without. Because, I mean, if you're viewing Triceratops, you probably want something thick and metal between it and you. So let's actually drive this one around then. See how it goes, and we'll practice driving along our path, because that's going pretty good. I'm liking that. And we could go to the right there, but we're not going to, because we're going to go straight ahead here and turn in nice and slow. Crash, of course. And then we can zoom around like a crazy mofo. Yeah! I'm going to ruin your bed. Perfect. Okay. So this all works. We can safari around with the Triceratops, and like, if I was going to be viewing trikes, this is exactly how I'd like to do it. Kind of just driving around in their environment. That would be so awesome. Like the same kind of theory behind like viewing rhinoceros. I would rather view rhinoceros in this beautiful open field rather than in, like, everyone I've seen has been in like this dirt paddock that, you know, looks like nothing like what the rhino would actually want to live in. But then again, like, I don't know, rhinos, like a lot of zookeepers do, maybe they really like living in dirt. I'm not sure. Stop, please. Ugh, no, okay. Cool, okay, so we'll leave that one there, perfect. But we've got a problem now. And it's not much of a problem, but it's a problem enough for me. So, I don't like people seeing this. I don't like the fact that they can see the road. So I'm going to block that off. And this is where we've got the cypress trees coming in handy. Because what we're going to do is we're going to select that cypress, and we're going to make a plant wall going along here. We're just going to... That's not what I intended to do at all. I didn't do anything. Perfect, okay. What happened to my cars? Where did my cars go? Okay, they disappeared. That's fine, I don't need them. So we're going to make a plant wall here. And just using these, because like it looks so fancy when you've got kind of a parade-esque driveway leading somewhere. So put that one in there, and now we can't see it. What road? But you know, the zookeepers know what's there, and we'll put some here as well, because then that'll hide the back of the Velociraptor enclosure. So that'll look awesome. It'll look like it's in the middle of a forest. We might actually continue this road down this way. And... Ooh, I wonder if we should put something here. Something else that it's going to here. We'll think about it. Maybe it can... it probably shouldn't be driving around in the Rex enclosure. I'm thinking that's probably a bad idea. So we might not do that. I'm thinking that the trike is like as dangerous as we want to get. Man, that trike is underwater too! Okay, I'm done with these lakes. You guys get no more lakes. You've ruined your lake privileges. So we want a level, large, and no, oh crap, I made a mistake. Yeah. There we go, come on, do it, you know you want to. Ah, I don't think I can, because scientific reasoning or some shit. We might have to delete these guys. Maybe that's what's doing it. Yeah, I think that is what was doing it for some of it. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's see if we can find these subterranean Triceratops now. Because you are the only one that has not fallen into the ground. Yeah, I see you. You're gonna move here. You are gonna move here. Whoop. Is that one? Where are you? Skulking around, waiting to strike. Yeah, Triceratops. Where are you? 1, 2, 3. There should be another one. Looking for a little frill poking up under the ground. Eh, screw it. You can live underground for now. That's fine. Yeah. So I guess the only enclosure left to make is the Tyrannosaurus enclosure. So I guess we should probably get down to making that. But first, I'm going to fill in this area because I want this to look as green as possible in here. So just like we did with the other area on the right, I want it to blend from the path, from nature to captivity, essentially. And not really having a physical distinction between the two. So you look at it and you're like, oh man, everything's just built into this wonderful forest. This is great. That's essentially what I want. And if you've ever been to any of the major zoos in Australia, it's what they do. All of the big zoos in Australia have, like, they're built inside of a forest, or like they're made to look like they're natural structures more than they're made to look like they're a zoo, essentially. And I think that's in part to make the animals feel at home. Because shush you, I've heard your spiel before. Because I mean, like, if you were living in captivity, you'd want to feel as home as possible. And I think it's putting them in forest or putting them in as much nature as possible makes the animals more relaxed. It makes them feel like they're not in some alien area. And I really don't like the zoos that are in, like, the middle of like a city. Like, I think like Central Zoo or whatever it is in... Actually, it looks like the raptors are fine. You guys aren't sinking under the ground. Oh, but I spoke too soon. You're sinking under the ground. So, like, they've got this... They don't really have this natural aesthetic going for them, and like it doesn't feel right for the animals, and I feel super bad for them. Like, every time. So let's delete. Demolish. Okay. Level. Get rid of that damn lake. Come on. Let's do a small one. There we go. Okay, no more lake for you guys. We should have 4 raptors. Somewhere. Oh, that's gonna be a pain. You guys can just be subterranean, I don't even care. Okay, let's make this Rex enclosure. So, Rex, we're going to have to use metal, I'm going to say. So let's put this big boy, let's actually put him opposite to the Velociraptors. And we're going to put him here, and I'm also going to do a very similar thing that I did with the Raptors, except slightly different. So, similar, not the same. I'm going to do one like that. And then we're going to have our enclosure. And I'm hoping that once the game is fully released, there is some sort of like escape feature that you've got to keep in mind. Like not so much that like the dinosaurs escape constantly, but more like you have to build a fence that's going to be able to properly house your animals. Because I think that's important. And like even in a zoo scenario, damn, that is a nice looking skin. Like having dinosaurs, or no, what am I talking about? Having animals properly able to stay in the enclosure that you've assigned for them is important. So, like, it's a thing that I hope they include in the final game. But for now, we've got our Rexes. We're going to place them before we do the park, because I want to get a sense of how big these guys are. They're pretty beefy. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to put in feeding right front here, and I'm going to put in water over here. So you guys have to kind of move to get that. It actually digs down into the water. I did not notice that. Okay. And I think what we'll do is we'll just give these guys small plants. So we're going to go all 4 of these ones. But nothing too crazy. So actually, let's beef the shit out of the size since that's all they're getting. Because these guys, I don't want them to be stuck on trees, because that would suck for them. I want them to have kind of free range over their entire territory. Oh, and that lines up perfectly. Look at that shit. Mint. Okay. Put in some rocks. And let's put that one there. We'll make it really small. And move it over. Perfect. Okay. And we're going to hide this section here as well, just similar to what we've done with the cypresses over that side. And then I think we can pretty much call this park done. What I might do is I might go off camera for a second and try and rescue as many dinosaurs from being underground as possible. But I think I'm happy calling this one done. Like it's got pretty much everything I wanted in a park. It's nice looking, it's natural, and I might do like a walkthrough tour. Just kind of showing off everything we need to know about this place. Just quickly going from enclosure to enclosure and seeing what kind of like environment these guys are living in. Because it's pretty good looking to me, and I'm hoping that it looks good from ground level. There we go, and I'm gonna rim this whole thing with these cypress trees, just so that we're hiding the fact that they're in a cage, at least somewhat. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go rescue dinosaurs, and then we will do a walkthrough. Okay, so I have rescued as many dinosaurs as I can. I couldn't find all of Velociraptors, and I'm pretty sure that they're not eating properly, but, you know, we've done our best. So let's actually have a look at this park from what a visitor's perspective would be. So if we were to enter at this end, which I'm assuming we would, we're not going to bother decorating this section because fucking effort. But we've got this awesome park in the middle here, and I really like this. I like how this turned out. It makes it feel natural and homely, and like we can actually enjoy the park. We feel relaxed coming into this zone. I'm happy with how that turned out. We've got the Gallimimus on the left, and I was able to rescue all of those guys. They are all in here now. Nice. They're still kind of babyish, so I'm going to pretend that the gate's open. And like, they're not huge, but they're getting bigger, they're growing, they're doing their thing. I mean, look at these guys, just at the sun, perfect. The water is still a problem, but fine, whatever, they can deal with that. And it looks good, like even from looking out here, like there was a point before where a Gallimimus was walking along here, admittedly under the ground, but it was kind of cool to see it walking and blending in with the environment as much as possible. I think going with this kind of chicken wire fence is probably the best idea for those guys. Okay, so on the right here, we've got the Velociraptors, and we've got this very natural looking enclosure for these guys. I liked having these here. I think I might have put too many close to the glass screen. You can't really see as much as I'd hoped. But walking into this zone is really cool, and especially having that feeding trough right there, attracting as many velociraptors as possible. We got one hiding in the bushes just here, and these guys are going pretty cool. So, where are you? Yeah, there's one here, stuck in a tree. Perfect. A perfect example of the velociraptor intelligence. So, yeah, they're doing their things. It's, you know, it's what you do. And then on the left, we have our walk-in T-Rex enclosure. And we can really see the scale of these guys. And looking at a Rex in the background, they're like, oh, Jesus, you guys are actually quite big. You are pretty monstrous in your carnivorous nature. And I think having this rock in the middle works really nicely as well. And it hides, these cypress trees really do hide the cars over there. It doesn't feel like a change of pace going from this side to that side. You're just like, yeah, okay, I just don't need to pay attention to that. When in reality, there is nothing. I haven't done any terraforming here. It's blank, and it's great. But if we do sneak over here, we can see our Triceratops herd over here. I'm wondering if I should build some sort of path on the other side so that people can just look at it. But for now, restore, restore, restore. Let's take our car for a drive just to really get the feeling of this safari park. I'm still getting used to driving. So we drive in, crash into the gates like any good park driver. And then we can just do a lap of this little area, and I probably shouldn't have done a lap through here because I'm not sure I can get out. I may have just screwed the car over. Can we squeeze through here? I wonder. Maybe. This might have been a bad decision. Oh, perfect driving. Man, include me in the next Need for Speed game. Yeah, we've got the Triceratops, we've got their home quarters in here. And I love that you can actually just drive the car in and just ruin their safe space. Drive over their tails, causing them irreparable damage. Perfect. And there we have it. We've got our park. We've basically got everything we need to. And I'm actually really happy with how this place turned out. It's not perfect. It still needs some work. I still need to go rescue some velociraptors. But for the most part, it works. It does what it needs to do. And I'm happy with it. And that's all you can really hope for in a park building simulator, is having something that you are actually happy with. You can go, yeah, I made a damn good looking park in the end. But anyway, I'm going to leave this episode here. Thank you very much for watching. I know this was longer than my usual videos, so thank you very much for sticking around. I just wanted to leave the Prehistoric Kingdom demo off where I'm actually trying, where I'm not just screwing around, where I'm not just testing things out, but where I'm actually playing the game and making as nice a place as I can. So this is probably going to be it for Prehistoric Kingdom for a while. I'm probably not going to touch this. You were flying, my friend. I'm probably not going to touch this until something big comes out. There is a mod available for this game which lets you actually move around and play as a dinosaur, plus gives you a whole bunch of other options and stuff like that, but I'm not able to actually get it working. For some reason, every time I try to download it, it says download failed. So, but that is a mod that exists, and I might give that a look over. I might do like a mod showcase once this game fully gets released. We'll see. It's all in the future. But for now, I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you very much for watching. And whoa, okay, I zoomed out. And I will see you guys next time in whatever the next video happens to be. So thank you, and bye!